apologies, but I have to ask you to leave. I don't mean to be so abrupt. We'll have to have this discussion later.
But what for?
I'm sorry. I'll contact you again soon.
We understand. We won't be far.
Hey, wait up!
What were your intentions, Silver Knight, pretending that I was unavailable? Please explain it to me. Don't do it again.
I apologize, my lady. However, I don't think you should meet with them again.
Them?
If you associate with that Wave Master and his friends, it will only bring harm to you. And I believe it will bring harm to all the Crimson Knights.
Silver Knight?
Lady Subaru, you have changed. Where has the Lady Subaru gone who led us in the fight for justice and order in the world? You just do not seem attentive to your duties these days. If you let this continue, the morale of the Knights will no doubt suffer. There are even those now that I've heard whispering about... I shouldn't say.
What do you mean by even those?
It's nothing, never mind. Please, just do not meet with them again.
I think I'll go offline for today.
Lady Subaru.
If someone comes to see me or if messages arrive for me, please send word immediately.
But, my lady...
I see. So Tsukasa has not shown his face today. This would have been all right before. Hope is the best spice to set off despair, but dishes with too much spice are... Let's just say it may have been too spicy for Tsukasa. Just a little bit too much for him.
I wish you could have seen his face. He looked like he couldn't believe it. Well, he can't pretend she's out now. We shouldn't have any problems being able to see her next time, now that you've decided to stay with us, of course. Isn't that just awesome?
Then I will be there waiting. I promise to wait for you to return.
But why would you do that?
Just because, well, I want to see you one more time.
Tsukasa? What's the matter?
Hey, Mimiru.
Yeah?
About meeting on the outside, once I'm able to log out. Normally, I mean.
Oh! Hey, do you remember that stuff? About Shimakita?
No, it's not that. It's not that, but... Do you know the path that I desire?
Well, no. I'm afraid I don't know the path that you desire. But for now, do you want to take this path with me and clear out that dungeon over there?
I wouldn't worry about it. Silver Knight is demonstrating his loyalty to you in his own way.
Yes, I think I understand that well enough. It's just...
Just?
Silver Knight has told me there are even those in the Knights that whisper.
Lady Subaru, the world is only a game for play. Just remember that and play in a way that you enjoy the most. Just do what you feel like you want to. You'll do the right thing. Tsukasa, you should stay close to Tsukasa. Above all else, isn't that what you want to do right now? And then, until we are able to understand the mystery surrounding Tsukasa, we won't know anything that's vital. We don't know much about what's going on in the world right now, and even less about the Key of the Twilight.
The reversed city. The broken male character.
I will pledge to do all that I can. I know I am no longer a member of the Crimson Knights, but that doesn't mean I can't accompany you. I must. No doubt we can solve this together.
Thank you, Krim.
Well, I'm sorry, but I gotta go for now. I've gotta prep for a business trip. I'll be in touch soon. Oh man, I sure hope the Silver Knight doesn't lose it.
Ding! I wonder what they're all gonna do now about Tsukasa, Mimiru and Bear, and that hot-headed guy.
I guess it's break time for now, even on the search for the item. But even if there is something, I have no obligation to tell you about it.
Roink! You're so cold. I thought we had a pact.
I don't remember becoming your associate. You're not someone that I especially want to meet with regularly anyway.
But you do want to meet regularly with the hot-headed Krim.
What are you trying to say?
I'm useful. You should stop turning me away. But anyway, call me when you learn something or when your conscience catches up with you. Wait for my next message. Well, gotta fly. Yoink! Yoink!
With the help of regular players, we were able to determine the criminal behind the player killer that appeared in Carmina Gadalika.
Please, tell the individual to refrain from illegal activities from now on.
If we are instructed to do so, we are prepared to bind the character and bring him in for questioning.
Silver Knight, what did you just say? As I have repeatedly said, the Crimson Knights are not the system administrators, nor are you officers of the law. Binding and bringing him in for questioning, that's not for us to decide from within a game. We're all just regular players, and in no way do we have that kind of authority.
But
Preservation of order in the world. Backup of auto-purification activities. The Crimson Knights exist for only these primary purposes.
I'm sorry to contradict you, Lady Subaru, but I must tell you, what you are saying is mere idealism. You know there are those players who turn their back on the rules and who will not follow the warnings or think of the consequence. In these cases of malicious conduct, we must deal with them accordingly.
That is the responsibility of CC Corporation's system administration. Send a warning to the player killer in Carmina Gadalika. Please deliver it in my name, and say to refrain immediately. If the illegal activities continue happening, we will be forced to make an immediate report to the system administrator, and we can't. We won't allow them back into the world. And also, don't call him a criminal. Do you understand?
As you wish. Where are you going, my lady?
An engagement. Please don't feel the need to wait for me. I will go offline soon after, so all of you, please do as you wish.
Ever since Lady Subaru met Tsukasa,
Aye, that Wave Master and his group.
letting a malicious illegal character like that in the first place, it's turned Lady Subaru...
Silence! And as for that player killer...
Yes, I will send a warning mail as soon as I...
We will make him wanted throughout Carmina Gadalika. As soon as he is found, bind him.
Huh?
What? You heard me.
Yes, sir.
Well, I suppose someone in your position carries a tremendous burden. Like what happened the other day.
Huh?
It's my guess that the Crimson Knights are talking about how you shouldn't be meeting with us.
Lady Subaru, you shouldn't meet with them. That group is a bad influence.
So how's that?
Silver Knight. He behaves the way he does because he is thinking of what's best for the world and the Knights. I honestly believe that to be the case. But because of that, I don't feel like I have the right to restrict his actions, do you understand? Whether or not I'm a member of the Crimson Knights.
Hey, it's Lady Subaru! Oh, this is great timing. You have to hear about this one. It happened to us just the other day. You know, a player killer.
Sure did. In Mac Anu, I think.
But that's...
Of course we fought back, but it was a really hard character. This guy's character was definitely edited. You're gonna catch him, right? Because of him, I lost all the experience points I gathered that day. Wasted.
Forward all the details of the incident to the Crimson Knights, if you would, please.
Thanks, we'll do it. We knew we could count on you.
Wow, that's a lot of work. You and the Crimson Knights. I don't know how you can take care of all that, Lady Subaru. I know I could never do that much work.
Well, you don't exactly have the Knight's temperament in the first place, Mimiru.
What was that? You're no different, just older.
No argument.
You see?
Now then, about Tsukasa.
Back to business.
Now I see. Tsukasa's unable to remember. The one thing... That thing he says I might have found.
Yeah, I definitely heard him say that. When we found that broken guy in the Upside Down dungeon, he did say I might have found it.
Proof that you were alive. The proof that I really loved you. I wanted them to be.
No matter how you decipher it.
She is our hope. In her lies the dreams of all of us.
Well, there's no mistaking it. Tsukasa heard what that man had to say, however broken it sounded, and he realized what the Key of the Twilight must actually be, and perhaps where it's hidden. What this man couldn't accomplish and his hope. Tsukasa. he understood what we heard as rambling.
At least, it comes down to the fact that Tsukasa himself realized what the thing was, and was sure of it, almost like it was a personal message for him.
Yeah, but now he's gone and completely forgotten about it. About the fact that he found it, or at least thought he did.
Well, it's good to know that at least our original assumption about this was correct. There is a connection between Tsukasa and the Key of the Twilight. That much we can bet on. So while we wait for Tsukasa to remember, let's find out as much as we can about that character we found in the dungeon. That's all we can do for now, but we're gonna need some help.
Well, there's the three of us for starters.
Grim will help us. Also Lord Balmung of the Azure Sky and Lord Orca of the Azure Sea. They're both investigating on their own as well.
And that hacker, Helba, if she can lend a hand, that would be important. I think Sora can get in contact with her pretty quickly.
Hey, don't look at me. If you want Sora, go talk to BT, why don't you? They seem to be pretty tight these days.
I think BT wants to put some distance between herself and Sora.
Well, I want some distance too, okay?
Have you seen Tsukasa today?
Well, I sent him a message, but I didn't hear back from him. I'm trying not to pester him too much these days, you know?
If you'll excuse me, I have to go.
Where to?
I will contact you again.
We should try not to be too much of a burden.
On who?
On Subaru.
I had a feeling I'd find you here. It's nice to see that you're well. I came here to see you.
So, you know.
Yes?
I remember you told me, Subaru, that there is a place for me to return. That you'll wait there for me to return someday, right?
Yes, I remember. I remember that I wanted to see you again in that place. I did say that.
I feel the same. When I came here today, I had hoped that I'd find you here too.
Tsukasa.
I'd like to see you again soon, in some place that's different from this.
You were ordered to refrain from using force. What were you thinking when you did that?
I'm sorry.
We're sorry to trouble you with this report, lady.
The incident in Carmina Gadalika concerns that player killer. And when we tried to bring him in, he resisted our efforts, so we had
The
to...
incident in Dunloriag involved the most wanted item thief. He did not show any remorse, so we performed educational measures on him.
Please forgive our actions.
It's Silver Knight, isn't it?
It is the will of the Knights. We, the Crimson Knights, only apprehended the malicious illegal players in order to bring order and justice to the world.
Silver Knight. Where is Silver Knight?
He is on patrol in a different server.
Please call him right now. Bring Silver Knight here. Huh? Email. Most important matter. From system administration?
Is there something you wanted? I am still in the middle of my patrol.
You should know what I want to say to you, and you should know why I'm so disappointed. What is the underlying principle and the purpose of the Knights? We are not the police, nor are we...
System administrators. Are we not?
Huh?
Lady Subaru, tell me, are you familiar with this phrase? Power without justice is incompetent. Justice without power is also incompetent. They are the words of a renowned karate master of the 20th century. I believe it is a wise saying.
And your point, Silver Knight?
The underlying principle of the Knights, as you would define it. It's power without justice and doomed to fail.
Silver Knight.
That Wavemaster. Ever since Tsukasa appeared, there is a general unrest in the world. We have all felt it. For all those players who follow and obey the rules that have been set forth, what they need is not weak idealism without any power. It's power with justice and determination that will confront these illegals. When necessary, it is through that power that we wield that we are able to react and execute a quick removal. That is truly the path to effective justice.
I have no intention of debating with you about the true meaning of justice. A moment ago, I received a very important email I need to discuss with you.
A message? I've also received numerous emails lately. They're all thank yous from vindicated players who were victims of illegal activities.
This one was sent by the CC Corporation system admin. It was tagged as a most important matter. Silver Knight, you sent an email to the CC Corp on behalf of the Crimson Knights, and it was one with an outrageous request. Shall I read the contents to you? It reads as follows. Please provide a password to view personal information of all active members in order to check the log of all players in real time for the maintenance of peace and enforcement of law and order. The Crimson Knights are hereby sworn to maintain the peace. How could you be so foolish and conceited? What is it that you plan to do with this information?
There are illegal activities going on constantly, every second somewhere within this vast network. And we're asked to patrol it with only a minimal number of knights. In order to find and remove malicious players for good, the data and real-time logs are a necessity to make the world safe for the majority of those who play by the rules.
The answer from the CC Corporation is denied. Even the Knights are only players in the world, you know this. CC Corporation agrees with that understanding. The Crimson Knights is not an organization that has been officially sanctioned. We are self-governed and sworn to uphold the rules within the world. We, the Knights, exist only because of the good faith of regular players and the consent of CC Corporation. Who do you think you are? Do you understand what I've been saying to you? I may have been too harsh, but please forgive me and return to the Knights' ideals. The true principles. Uphold them and stay true to the Knights from now on.
You are afraid of justice. You are afraid. How is it that you, Lady Subaru, leader of the Crimson Knights, can be frightened to seek out justice?
It's not the quest, but your methods that truly frighten me.
If you want to keep fighting against the injustice that creates disorder in the world, Lady Subaru, you will be forced to destroy that which you cherish the most, no matter your personal sacrifice. That is what you are truly afraid of.
What do you mean?
The worst and by far the most illegal character in the world is the Wavemaster Tsukasa. If you are to seek justice as a knight, then there is no way to make an exception for Tsukasa. If you continually allow him to break the rules of the world for your own personal reasons, then you must change the very objective of the Knights.
How dare you! Tsukasa is a victim. He has been swallowed up by something much larger than the game.
And who decided that? How can you declare that? Is it now within the power of the Knights to make exceptions to the rules? Now Tsukasa is a victim, and not an illegal, and the individual who decided that, Lady Subaru, is you. Please tell me, what are the reasons that made you decide that Tsukasa is innocent? Please tell all of us. Who do you think you are? Do you think that you are some sort of god?
Now I understand.
I am glad that you do, Lady Subaru.
I hereby declare as Subaru, leader of the proud Crimson Knights, guardians of peace, justice, and order throughout the world. Listen well and let my words be heard. As of this moment, today, the Crimson Knights are officially disbanded.
Shine, bright morning light, now in the air, spring is coming. Sweet, blowing wind, singing down the hills and valleys. Keep your eyes on me, now we're
I guess Subaru's not coming today.